everyone, this is Lacey with Thunderbird Supply again. We are back again this week with another video. This one is about a fundraiser we held last year in October to December. I'll be popping in every now and then within the video.
Joining me this morning and allowing me to take up space in your time, space in your organization. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Alice Perez. I'm the Executive Director of the Community Pantry. We service all of McKinley County and all of Cibola County. I brought Mackenzie Silversmith with me here today, and she volunteers at the Community Pantry with me. So like you, she shares our mission, okay? And so she's developing within the Community Pantry also. The Community Pantry has 17 different services. Only one of those services is income guideline, and that is the commodity box. However, it is our largest program within the pantry. Just in the past 3 months, because of everything that's happening in our nation, we have gone from servicing 3,500 families every month to over 5,000. Unfortunately, McKinley County is also ranked number 1 in the state of New Mexico for child hunger. We have more children going hungry at night than any other county in the state of New Mexico. And in the United States, unfortunately, New Mexico is ranked 49th. So locally, we have to do our part to make sure that we help combat that, okay? We're not going to eliminate it, but we are going to help the situation and make desperate everyday lives a little bit more bearable for our parents who are servicing these children. And then when minimum wage went up to $12 an hour, it kicked off 30% of our population from any benefits because they make too much money now. So the average person who makes $12 an hour gets no Medicaid, no SNAP benefits, nothing, okay? They just have to find a way to make it on their own. So our job is to help them, which is why I'm so thankful for organizations such as yours. For every $1 that is donated to us, we can provide 4 meals. That's what our buying power can do. The dollar stretches so much further. If you give us a can of green beans, that's fantastic. We can give out 1 can of green beans. If you give me $1, I can give out 12 cans of green beans, okay? So that's why it's so important to raise these funds for the Community Pantry. So like I said, I personally cannot tell you how much I appreciate it. And for those of you who are not involved in it, we have a free produce program. Anybody and everybody can take advantage of this program, and I highly encourage you to do it. All you have to do is come in and sign up for the program. We don't need your income. We don't need your anything. We just need to know that you live in McKinley County. Okay. But the best days to come are Wednesdays. Come down during your lunch break, unless it's between 12 and 1. No, because that's ours. No. And pick up your free box of produce, because everybody knows that a plant-based diet is very healthy for you, especially in an area where diabetes runs rampant. Okay.
And like she was saying, there's only one program that you have to verify your income. So what that means is they're not going to come in and ask you a bunch of questions if you go to take advantage of everything they do. All you got to do is prove that you're either Cibola County if you were in grants, or McKinley County if you're here. That's it. There is the one program where, yes, you're getting an assistance. You do have to provide income. The rest, you don't. Also, they do different things throughout the year. They do like garden boxes in the spring. There's just different programs they have going on. So, you should check it out. They help the kids a lot, which I like. And I know a lot of you guys like people that do things for kids. But can you touch on what we do what you guys do for the kids?
We have our main program that we have for our children is the Food for Kids program. When I started at the Community Pantry in 2015, we serviced 350 children every Friday after school to make sure that they had food to take home for the weekend. Okay. We're servicing 1,500 children now. Mm-hmm. Okay. That's a lot of kids. We could service 10,000 children in this community and still not get all the ones that need it. But as we develop, as we're growing, we get more and more kids. We also work with our agency programs, our Vacation Bible School, Boys and Girls Club, Big Brothers, Big Sisters. We make sure that their kids are taken care of too. We have what we call a kids cafe. And that's where all of our children who are in school, if they have an extracurricular activity after school, they are entitled to eat after school, because we all know that kids after school are hungry, okay? But some of these kids don't get home till 8 or 9 o'clock at night because of whatever activities they're doing. So we make it our mission to make sure that those kids do not go hungry until they get home, okay? So those are just a few of our programs.
And then we do stuff for homeless people as well.
Yes, we have our homeless program. Thank you, Jude.
Oh, it's okay. I'm just thinking of all the
It's
stuff.
a little early for me too. Again, when I started in 2015, we serviced about 300 homeless people every month. We're servicing over 1,800 homeless people right at the moment. Okay, these are people who I don't necessarily call them homeless, but they're unhoused right at the moment. They have places to go to live, but at the same time, they're far away from those places. Because of their life circumstances, they don't live in those places. They have families and such. You all know them. You see them around the community, okay? But that doesn't mean that they don't get hungry and that they don't have a need. And when someone is extremely hungry, it creates a desperate situation in their mind and in their heart. So by us providing this service to them, it takes that desperation out of their minds and in their hearts. It gets them to their next feeding destination. We have the only commercial kitchen available in McKinley County. It was designed in the beginning to be an incubator station for people who wanted to start their own food business, to come and prepare their food and then sell it in the stores and such, because according to USDA, that's what you're supposed to do. But a lot of people don't do that, but that's okay. They still, everybody in every situation makes it work, okay? So what we do is, if you guys wanted to have a big enchilada fundraising event, that kitchen would be available to you guys to go down and make 10,000 enchiladas, if that's what you wanted to do.
Ovens for it.
Yeah. Okay, so we make it available to any and all of our community members, okay? It's beautiful. It's got 6 stove tops, and it's wonderful. And we also have the equipment to use in a commercial kitchen. So if you're utilizing that kitchen, you get to use the equipment as well.
That's quite a bit.
Yeah. And $15 an hour is nothing. If you were to do the same project in Albuquerque, you would be spending minimum $42 an hour just for the kitchen, and you bring your own equipment.
So in this clip here, Chelsea and Joey are unloading some food that they had purchased for the fundraiser. They bought non-perishable foods like water, canned food, and boxes of pasta. The foods were kind of themed around a Christmas dinner, as this food buy was back in December. We did the same thing back in November for Thanksgiving. However, we didn't get any clips of our shopping or the community pantry picking up. The community pantry usually came every other week to pick up food that we had on the table, and it just so happened to be that the day after Joey and Chelsea bought some food, they came by and they were able to pick it up. The workers were very excited and happy seeing the amount of food they were able to take back to the pantry, and the food here was most likely being used for holiday boxes for Christmas. So continuing on, we did do a couple other things to help fundraise for the pantry. Or one of the things that we did was doing a $5 donation where customers could get a 100-ounce break on their metals, and they also got next best pricing on their entire purchase. And adding on to that $5 donation for the 100-ounce break, customers had the option of donating either the $5 or they could donate 5 non-perishable foods, and they could still receive that 100-ounce best break and the next best pricing on their entire purchase. Another thing we did is that we sold some trinkets, like we sold some Christmas earrings where the customers had a choice of a couple of earring styles, like we had snowman, Santas, Christmas trees, mittens, and there were some other earring choices that the customers had. And in this clip here, Valerie, the Gallup assistant store manager, and Chelsea, one of the front sales associate, and we all went out again to go shop. Our first stop was T&R. They had some better deals than Walmart for some food, not all, but a couple of them. We purchased a good portion of our canned foods from there. We also got some small bags of bluebird flour, as that is a major essential here in the community. And we also saw that the cake mixes were cheaper here, so we bought a few of those as well. Continuing on, we did host a fundraiser last year in November. Customers were entering to be able to win a $500 new trend shopping spree. It costed $5 to enter, and they had a unlimited amount of however many times they wanted to enter. And then on December 1st, we did announce the winner. Each store location had their own separate winner. So Gallup had one, Albuquerque had one, and so did Flagstaff. And if you are interested in seeing the winners to see what they purchased and stuff, you can go ahead and check out our blog on our website, and you can see the winners, and they will be listed right there. And once we finished shopping around, we checked out, which was pretty quick, and you can see how long the receipt was. Then our next stop was at Walmart. This is where we bought majority of our food from. We had 2 carts in total, and both were filled up. We bought more boxed pastas, canned food, juice boxes, and we were really trying to think of what would be needed during the holidays. We bought a lot of peanut butter and jelly, as this was a must. We bought strawberry jelly and grape jelly, and I think we also bought peach jelly. We were given a budget of $500 to spend, and we spent half of the budget at T&R, and now we're finishing up what we had left at Walmart. If you are ever interested in donating, it is more recommended to donate money if you are able to, just because their buying power is a lot more better than what you or what the typical person would have. So like again, like Alice was saying in the beginning of the video, $1, they can provide 4 meals for one person. And again, maybe for $1, you know, for us at Walmart, we could get 2 cans of like green beans. But for the community pantry, with $1, they would be able to buy more than just 2. They can buy like 10, or they can buy 12 cans of food. So again, it is recommended to donate cash. However, they are more than welcome to take food donations. With the food donations, again, they would give it to the homeless people, and they would also give it to the children. Put the foods in bags and give it out to students in McKinney County, and again in the Cibola area. Like Jude had also mentioned, they do also do garden boxes in the spring. If you look back at our video from last year, you can see clips of the gardens that they had going on last year as well. And then on January 15th of this year, we were able to schedule a meeting with the community pantry to give them the check. Some of this food that is being shown is from a truck rollover that happened, and they donated all of that food to the pantry so it wouldn't go bad and so it wouldn't go to waste. These blue baskets that are being shown are for families of 4 or more, and the pantry was still putting those baskets together for them. The plastic bags here are food for children during winter break. That Thursday and Friday, the community pantry went and dropped them off at the schools for the kids. One thing that we were very much proud of was that our goal for food was 2,500 pounds, and we were able to meet that goal. We were a little bit over by 2 pounds, and we were very, very happy with that, and we're so glad we were able to give to the community pantry. The total amount we were able to fundraise for the community pantry was $1,230. Overall, I think we did an amazing job fundraising for the community pantry. All of the employees worked very hard to ensure that we were pushing enough for the food drive and for donations. Then I have a clip of Alice and her team saying thank you to Thunderbird and the community that donated, which I will now play.
Thank you, Thunderbird. And thank you to the community members who supported Thunderbird supporting the community pantry. Through this donation, you're allowing us to put more food on the tables of the community members here in Gallup, McKinley County. Thank you.
And that is all for this week's video. Thank you all for watching, and I'll be sharing another video within the next week.